June didn't know her life was almost over. She had been picked up off the streets, wandering alone. Her body told a sad story. She had recently given birth, but there were no puppies with her. No one ever found them. Her body was still full of milk. Her eyes were tired, but she stayed calm. The shelter took her in. For 40 days, she waited in her kennel. People came and went, but no one stopped for her. She was a quiet dog, gentle, kind, but the shelter was running out of space. And soon, June's name was added to the euthanasia list. She was out of time. Somewhere far away, a woman named Heather saw June's photo online. At first, she smiled. June had a soft face. Something about her felt familiar. But then Heather read the words under the photo. Time up. Scheduled for euthanasia. Her heart sank. She stared at the screen, and something deep inside her said, "This dog belongs with us." That night, Heather made phone calls. She reached out to every rescue group she knew. Again and again, the answer was no. No room. No resources. No transport. That night, Heather cried herself to sleep. The next morning, she woke up to something that felt like a miracle. A rescue group from Texas, called Dogs Fight Back, had stepped in. They saved June just before her time ran out. The group mostly worked with pit bulls, and June had been one of the lucky ones. Heather ran to her husband and said, "We have to bring her home." He didn't hesitate. "Yes, we do." They contacted the rescue team right away. Heather went through the adoption interview, and before June even left the shelter, she had a new family waiting. 3 days later, a transport van pulled up to a quiet road. The door opened. June stepped out and walked straight to Heather's lap, as if she already knew. That moment changed everything. June was home. It was past midnight when they arrived at the house. June walked inside like she had always lived there. No fear, no hesitation. She curled up beside Heather that very first night and slept soundly, like she finally felt safe. Later, the shelter told them they had found a microchip in June's neck. She had once had a family. They tried calling the numbers listed on the chip, but no one ever answered. Maybe the contact details were old. Maybe the people had moved on. Whatever the reason, June had been left behind. But none of that mattered anymore. Now she had a new home, a new family, and this time, she was never going to be left alone again. 6 months passed. June became a part of their lives in every way. Heather had lost a beloved dog named Briley not long before. The pain of that loss was still fresh. The house felt quiet, empty, but June filled that space with something warm. She had a soft, gentle soul, just like Briley. She wasn't trying to replace anyone, but somehow, she brought pieces of Briley's love back to life. Heather lives with autoimmune and neurological conditions. Some days, the pain keeps her in bed. On those days, June is there, always. She lays quietly next to Heather, sometimes placing her head gently on her chest, sometimes just watching her with those soft, steady eyes. She doesn't need to do anything. Her presence alone brings comfort. June became more than a rescue dog. She became part of their healing, a source of peace, a reminder that even when things seem hopeless, love can still find a way. Heather often says June didn't just join their family, she completed it. She's not a second chance story. She's a miracle,